No contact rule 101. What are basic things that you should know about no contact? My name is Coach Adrian, and I have done tons of videos about no contact strategy, about radio silence after a breakup. But it is such a key strategy that it is always important to come back to the basics and to the fundamentals to understand what no contact is all about. So, what are basic things that you should know about no contact? Number one, no contact is much more than a communication strategy. It is not just about not reaching out to your ex, it is about engaging in a process where you could create the right conditions in order for you to heal, in order for you to learn to develop certain tools, and in order for you to regain a sense of well-being and a sense of confidence. So, no contact is not, I repeat, it is not a means to get your ex to reach out to you. It is much, much more than that. And as you know, I am not a proponent of short-term quick fixes or techniques that are meant to manipulate your ex into anything. I would like for your ex to see growth, to see change, and to see that they can be happy with you. And the no contact technique is meant to help you lay the foundation for that. So it is not a communication strategy alone, and it is not a means to manipulate your ex. So what is it then? Again, it is really creating the conditions for you to identify what you need to work on, what you need to let go of, and then to actively start to engage in developing certain qualities and certain habits that will help you to then be the person that you know you can be, and also then engage with your significant other, not from a place of weakness or desperation or vulnerability, but as an equal and as someone that can inspire them, someone that they can start to learn to trust again, and someone that they can see themselves be happy with in the future. How long does no contact last? It depends. It depends on your relationship, on how long it lasted, and on how you feel. I don't want you to just do a 30-day no contact if after 30 days you are still in a heightened state of emotion, if you're still very vulnerable, if you're still hurt. It won't do you any good to just reach out to your ex because you're afraid that they're moving on, or because you're just trying to connect with them because you miss them. You need to end no contact when you have been able to have some level of progress, not just conceptually understood certain things about what led to the breakup, but actually feel empowered to communicate with your significant other in a different way. Of course, we want to avoid the extremes, right? It's not about going no contact for a couple hours, or even for a short period of time. Or also, we don't want to go in an indefinite no contact, waiting and waiting and waiting to be this perfect version of ourselves before reconnecting with our ex, because you're never going to be this perfect version of yourself. It is going to be a process of growth that you're engaged in for many, many years to come. No contact ultimately is more about you and your growth than it is about your ex, but it is also about them. And most of the time when people go through a breakup, they need time and space. And so another important element of the no contact is giving your ex exactly what they say they want. Now, people are afraid that that means letting them go, but it doesn't. You need to have more faith in what you bring to the table. And just because you guys don't talk for a month or two or more doesn't mean that you are less likely to rebuild a relationship. Very often, we need to let certain toxic dynamics evaporate and disappear in order to be able to engage in new forms of dialogues and patterns with our ex, especially for those situations that were very volatile, in situations where you feel like it became a little bit toxic, or where you were so on top of each other that you started to argue and fight about meaningless things that you don't even remember. It's okay to give your ex time. It's okay to give your ex space. Ultimately, sometimes you don't have a choice, right? You cannot force them back into a relationship. And so we want to enter damage control mode in order to not really push them away further and further and further away, because we're unable to control ourselves. So I really urge you to take time, not just before deciding to go into a no contact period, but even during your no contact period, to really truly deepen your understanding of what this is all about, what this technique is all about, and to seek to raise your emotional IQ and to really focus on a process that can enable you to feel better about yourself outside of this relationship. We are going to address the identity crisis that you're going through head on during no contact. The specifics, again, the length of time, how you will break no contact, and exactly what you will do during no contact needs to be tailored to you, to your ex, to the length of the breakup, to the conditions around the breakup itself, whether you have kids together, whether you live together, whether you're in a long distance together. All of those things will need to be taken into account. And the more and more you deepen your understanding of the no contact strategy and technique itself, and the more you will be able to understand what is applicable to your specific situation and how. And so we have private content. You can click on the private video link in the description of most of my videos to access this private content that will enable you to really deepen your understanding of breakup recovery, to really learn to increase your emotional intelligence, and to be ready for whatever tests you may have to face, or whatever your ex may throw at you. As always, thank you for your trust. I hope that this is helpful and beneficial. If it was, please share that in the comment section. If there are elements of this that you still are not really sure how to apply, or that you don't really understand, put it in the comment section of the video so that we can provide you with additional steps and guidance so that you can feel good about your process of breakup recovery moving forward. As always, keep fighting the good fight, and see you soon on our podcast, on our YouTube channel, for more time together. Take good care.